Hmm. Good morning, friends. We have two different devices for this morning's practice. So good morning, Instagram. Good morning, Facebook, YouTube. Hello, everyone. Wherever you're watching from today. For those of you I haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is Selena Layel. And we are going to move into a morning meditation. Good morning. Great to see you all. So let's start by getting comfortable. It's still cold where I am. It's winter. It snowed all day yesterday, so I'm all bundled up. Once you've found a comfortable seat, I invite you to close the eyes. Allow yourself to move a little more to find a position where you can really start to settle. And then bring the awareness to the breath. Without trying to change the breath or manipulate it, just notice the natural flow of the breath. Start to move your awareness through the whole body as you become aware of different sensations. Again, without changing, without shifting your position, without judgment. Notice the areas that feel tight or relaxed. Maybe you notice temperature, coolness, or warmth, tingling. Scan the body and just be aware. And if you've just joined over Zoom, if you could kindly mute yourself. Thank you. Notice the places in the body that are gripping. And let us take a few conscious breaths into that sensation. Again, without trying to make the sensation go away or change, let us just breathe with this sensation of tension, clenching, gripping. Now start to notice what's happening in the mind. Start to notice all of the different thoughts that are passing by, or even all of the stories that the mind is telling you. Maybe as you notice discomfort in your body, your mind is telling you a story about why you feel this way. Or maybe it's thinking about something that increases this feeling of tension inside. Again, without judgment, without trying to manipulate the thoughts, notice the tendency of the mind right now. Is it thinking about things later today or in the future? Fear-based thinking that makes you feel more contracted. Or maybe it's thinking about things from the past. Maybe the mind is right here in this moment with each breath. Just notice. And now let us shift the awareness to the emotions. Sometimes our emotions can feel like a pool of muddy water. There's so much happening that it's difficult to discern how we really feel. And sometimes we just feel checked out, right? We just feel numb. So start to become aware. Give yourself permission to feel in this moment. Become aware of what you are feeling without judging any of these feeling sensations. Just like the thoughts, emotions come and go. They are temporary experiences, and they're part of our human experience. If you find yourself resisting any emotional experience right now, anger, fear, any kind of uncomfortable emotional experience, I invite you to find where you feel this emotion in your body and consciously breathe into this sensation in the body without needing to make it go away and without needing to tell the story about why you think you feel this way. Can you breathe into the feeling in your body without needing to engage the mind? And as the thoughts arise, because they will, you can notice them and then just bring your awareness back to feeling as the thoughts pass by. Can you consciously soften the body even while you experience whatever is arising? Maybe you feel the shoulders relax, or the jaw soften, or the breath deepen. Let us take a deep, full breath in and out together. Bring your awareness to the heart center, that space in the center of the chest. And begin to breathe into this area of the body. Allowing whatever you're feeling here to be. Maybe you feel light and joyful today. Maybe you feel afraid or sad or angry. Whatever you notice arising in the heart, let us take another deep breath here, giving ourselves permission to feel whatever is present. And another breath. We'll now move into a 4-count breath, 4-sided breath. We'll breathe in through the nose for around 4 counts. Gently pause and hold the breath. And then through the nose, we'll exhale for around 4 counts. And again, gently pause and hold. So let us start by exhaling all of the air first. And then inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath, relax the shoulders. Through the nose, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, gently hold and pause. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently hold, relax the face. Through the nose, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently pause. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Continue breathing in this way, counting in your mind. Pause at the top and the bottom of the breath. The body is relaxed. And we'll be here for some time together. As the mind wanders, just gently guide it back to the counting of the breath over and over. Allow there to be a slight part between the teeth, maybe the lips, allowing the jaw to relax. Continue counting. Maybe deepen the breath. Slow it down a little more. Stay with the breath, counting in your mind, pausing at the top and the bottom of the breath. couple more rounds of breath like this. Maybe pause and hold the breath a little longer for these last couple of rounds. And allow the breath to be natural. Bring your awareness again to the heart center and notice what subtle shifts have occurred. Feel yourself moving deeper and deeper into the heart, deeper than the experience of emotion. Go beyond the body sensations, deeper, deeper, even beyond the conscious thinking mind, to this place of stillness that resides deep within. This place of balance and wisdom deep within. This part of you, this aspect of you that knows what you need in every moment, even if you don't listen to it. This aspect of you that is the embodiment of peace. That is the embodiment of love and kindness. This place deep within is home within yourself. And every quality that you long to experience, whether it be peace, joy, passion, courage, all reside within this place inside. Take a breath into that. Start to feel the aliveness, the warmth, the light within. Yes, there is chaos in the mind, volatility in the emotions, and even discomfort in the body at times. But this place deep within is always here, this light of you. Start to remember or be open to the possibility that this is who you truly are. Beyond every thought of self-doubt or fear or feeling disconnected, this is who you are. Take another deep, full breath into that. And then imagine, what would it be like to live not from the changing mind and emotions and body awareness? What would it be like to live from this place of home, of center, of joy and peace and freedom within your own self, your true nature? Imagine what it would be like to wake up in the morning embodying all of these qualities that uplift and ignite you. How inspired would you be, even in these times of crisis? How inspired would you be to wake up in the morning and create and serve and figure out a way to create more of what it is that you're wanting? How much more peace would you feel within, knowing that you are supported by this place of wisdom within your own nature? How much more enjoyable and peaceful and kind and respectful would your interactions with others be if you were living from this embodiment of love that you are? Imagine the possibility. See it in your mind, feel it in your body right now. Take another deep, full breath into the heart. Another deep breath into the entire body. Allow the entire body to breathe for you. Every pore is breathing in life force, breathing in prana, welcoming nourishment. And if it feels good, let us place the palms over the heart center. And just give ourselves permission to be with, to feel whatever is present in this moment. To practice acceptance within ourselves and ultimately with what is happening around us. Not acceptance that says resignation or defeat, but acceptance that says, as I accept what already is, I have the power of peace within me to take new actions. Let us choose a kind thought to offer ourselves in this moment. Maybe it's a thought that says, I love you, or I'm grateful for you, or an appreciative thought that says, thank you for your laughter or your kind heart, or all of the memes that you've been posting. Whatever it is, offer yourself a kind thought. Thank yourself. And then let us turn that kindness towards the world as we send a kind thought to all of the world. relax the hands. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Another deep breath in. Slowly begin to move the body. And as you're ready, you can open the eyes. Thank you all so much for being here. We'll take a moment to pause as we transition and set up for our yoga practice. Okay, time to get started with our morning practice. All right, this is all set up. We're rolling on Facebook. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Okay, welcome everyone. Good morning if you're near my time zone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Let's start today by coming down. I'm gonna just come to a seat, any comfortable seat. Let's sit tall and close the eyes. Become aware of the breath. The chin is slightly tucked. Back of the neck is long. Take a moment to just be with whatever is arising for you. Mind, body, emotions. The mind is usually trying to distract us away from this present moment, trying to distract us away from any kind of discomfort. So can we pause for a moment at the beginning of our practice to just be with what is? Begin to deepen the breath. As you inhale, feel the belly, ribs, chest expand with breath. And as you exhale, feel the chest, ribs, belly soften. Inhale, belly, ribs, upper chest expand. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly soften. We'll now chant the sound of Om one time together. We have a shorter practice. 60-minute practices are a little shorter. So we'll start by chanting the sound of Om one time. Let us bring the palms to touch at the heart. Be aware of that space between the eyebrows and back a couple of inches. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Breathe in. Bow the chin to the chest. Set your sankalpa, your intention for practice. And as a reminder, this intention can be for yourself or your practice right now on the mat, or it can be for someone else or even for the whole world. Release the hands, lift the gaze. Okay, so unfortunately, I don't have any props here to demo, but if you have props, you're always welcome to have them. Right now, if you have a block, I invite you to take your block. We're going to come to a position sitting on the heels. Now, if you have anything happening in the knees or this is uncomfortable or painful for you at all, I invite you just to stay seated in a cross-legged position or anything that works for you, maybe even a chair if that's where you are with your practice today. If you're able to sit on your heels, you're going to bring the knees closer together and just come to sit on the heels. You can also take a rolled up blanket or one or two thicker pillows, place them between your heels. So it's actually between my heels, as opposed to my heels being together, the prop is between. And then from there, you can come to sit down and see how that feels. For me, it feels better just to be on my heels today. Roll the shoulders up and back a few times with the breath. So breathe in, roll the shoulders up, breathe out, back and down. The next time you roll them up, keep them up, roll them back. Interlace the hands behind the back if that's available for you, to you, and begin to lengthen through the arms so the chest is beginning to open. Draw the navel toward the spine to lengthen the low back. Inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, bow forward. Maybe the forehead comes to the mat. Inhale, rise all the way up, let the knuckles lift you up. Maybe there's a baby back bend. Exhale, forward. Inhale to rise up. Use the abdominals to support you. Exhale to come forward. Two more rounds like this. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, release the hands. Place them palms facing up on the knees or the thighs for a moment. And just notice what's happening inside. You may wish to close the eyes. Draw the awareness inward. Inhale to rock the weight forward. And if you have any props, blocks, blankets, anything else, you can remove the prop off of your mat at this time. Let's come to all fours. Wrists beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips. Lift the hands, spread the fingers, root back down through the whole palm, especially the base of the index finger and thumb. Inhale, crown and tailbone lift. Exhale, spine to sky, chin to chest. Really work through the upper back to start. So you don't need to take the lower back into its fullest flexion and extension. You don't need to take any part of this pose to its maximum sensation. You might start at, you could say, 50 or 60% with your stretch. And then as the body begins to warm up, maybe take the stretch a little further with your breath. Shoulders away from ears as you inhale. Spine to sky as you exhale. Come to a neutral spine. Inhale, rock the weight forward and to the right. Lean the body, press the ribs over to the right as you roll back. Exhale, press the ribs over to the left as you lean left and forward. Inhale to move to the right and back. Exhale, left and forward. So I'm really pressing my ribs out to the side, making a bit of a C shape with my body to open through the side body. The whole spine is moving. Notice where you're clenching or gripping and soften. Change directions. Use the breath. One more. Make your way back into child's pose. Hips back toward heels. Relax the upper body. Let's take 5 deep rounds of breath in child's pose, Vinyasa. Remember that you can take this pose or any resting pose that works for your body anytime during practice. On your next inhalation, press into the shins, press into the palms to rise up. Again, bring the wrists beneath the shoulders. Inhale the left arm up and over the right. So you're crossing over the right palm a little bit. The left palm suctions down to the earth. Begin to sink the hips back, keep them high. Allow the upper body to melt over. The head can rest on the arm if it reaches, maybe even down to the floor. Breathe into the left side of the body. Relax the jaw. And again, find that 3-part breath again. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest expand. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly soften. One more round of breath here. Slowly press yourself back to center and wag your tail a little bit. Move the hips a little from side to side. Move on to the second side. Inhale, the right arm comes up and over the left hand. It doesn't have to cross all the way over, but just a bit so that you can really open through the right side of the body. Right palm suctions down. Keep that hand where it is as you sink the hips back. Upper body melts over the right arm. Relax the head and the neck. Breathe deeply. Release any tension through the jaw, shoulders. On your next inhalation, press yourself back to neutral. Wag your hips a little bit. Great. Draw the navel toward the spine so we have that nice engagement through the abdomen. Extend back through the right leg. Option to stay here. Really press out through the right heel or lift the right leg up off of the mat. You can press up through the ball of the foot. Option to stay here or bring the left arm alongside the ear. Keep pressing into the right palm to lift up out of the right shoulder. The thumb on the left hand points up to the sky as you reach fingertips away from toes. Breathe. Keep squaring the hips. Keep engaging through the abdomen. And slowly release. Second side. Extend through the left leg. Press out through the left heel. Option to stay here or lift the leg. Maybe press out through the ball of the foot. Keep squaring the hips. Option to stay here or bring right arm alongside the ear. Press into the left hand to lift it out of the shoulder. Right thumb points up to the sky. Breathe. And release. Rock the hips. Moving on. Extend back through the right leg. Option to stay here or lift. Option to bring left arm alongside ear. And final option to play with. I say option because it really is. Yes, you get to choose. Wherever your body is today, please honor that. Next option here is to inhale, lengthen toes away from fingers. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Very good. 3 more. Keep rooting down through the base of the right index finger and thumb. Distribute the weight evenly so the wrist can feel more balanced. Last one. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, release down. Rock the hips. You can lift the hands one by one. Rock the weight from side to side. Second side. Extend back through the right leg, left leg, left. Option to stay here, press up through the heel or lift the leg. Option to bring right arm alongside the ear. And then lastly, first press up into the left hand to lift it out of the shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Option, exhale, elbow to knee. Three more. Continue to root down to the inside of the left palm. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release it down. Rock a little side to side. Again, you can kind of flick the wrist, so you lift the hand, point the fingers back toward the thighs. Very good. Let's come up onto the shins for a moment. Interlace the hands and begin to rotate through the wrists. Change directions. Little shake. Great. Come back down to all fours. Bring the elbows down to the mat. Release the fingertips around the outer edges of the elbows. So this is how we're finding our nice alignment here for our shoulders. This brings the shoulder right over the elbow. So as opposed to being really wide, or too close together. The fingers are just gently wrapping around the elbows to find our alignment. Once you've found that, extend the forearms forward. You can either have the hands directly out from the elbows, or you can interlace the hands, creating more of a triangular shape. Draw the navel toward the spine. Extend the right leg back. Now you have the option to work the pose one leg at a time. Press into the forearms, lift the back of the heart, engage the abdomen. Press out through right heel. So you can do this one leg at a time. Let's say 3 breaths on each side. Otherwise, you're going to lift both legs, bring the big toes to touch, draw the navel in, lower the hips down, press back through the heels, lift up out of the shoulders by pressing into the forearms, and breathe. Inhale, rock the weight forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, press back. Keep pressing into the forearms. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Beautiful. One more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Lower down. Release the hands if you have them interlaced. Come into Sphinx pose or reading a book on the beach pose. And breathe. You can gently move the hips from side to side. If it feels good for your back and for your body, you can press into the forearms and gently reach the heart forward. If your body's still warming up and that's too much, you can just walk the hands forward and allow the rib cage to relax a little closer to the earth. A couple more deep rounds of breath here. Very good. Let's come all the way down to the belly. I guess we're already on the belly. Let's come all the way down. Bring the chin to the mat. Reach the arms forward, up along the ears. You can bring the forehead to the mat so the back of the neck is long. The thumbs point up to the sky. So we have this rotation through the shoulder. Bring the legs a little closer together. Press down into the pubic bone, lengthen the low back. Inhale, lift upper body only up off of the mat. Breathe. Back of the neck is long, the gaze can be down at the floor. Lift a little higher. A little higher. And relax. Release the arms alongside the body, palms up to the sky, one cheek to the mat, and breathe. Again, bring the forehead to the mat. Extend the arms up alongside the ears, thumbs point up toward the sky, legs a little closer together, root down through the pubic bone. This time, lift upper body and lower body up off of the mat. Back of the neck is long. Breathe deeply. Lift a little higher. A little higher. And slowly release. Opposite cheek to the mat, palms up to the sky. Rock the hips a little side to side and breathe. Forehead to the mat. We'll move into Shalabhasana one more time. Start by bringing the legs closer together. Pubic bone roots down. Feel that connection.
Arms up alongside the ears, thumbs up to the sky. Inhale, press into the pubic bone as you lift everything up. If you'd like to add a little more sensation here, you can bring the legs a little closer together. Again, the back of the neck can be long here. We don't need to strain through the neck. Lift a little higher. Breathe deeply. One more breath, you've got this. And lower down, opposite cheek to the mat, arms alongside the body, palms up to the sky, breathe. You can rock the hips a little side to side. Let's take a moment to just notice what is arising without resisting any sensation or emotion or thought. Become aware of it as a passing experience. You are the blue sky, the infinite blue sky. And these experiences of the mind, body, and emotions are like the clouds that pass over it, temporary, ever-changing. Bring the chin to the mat or the forehead, whichever feels more comfortable for you. Bend the elbows. Plant the palms next to the rib cage, fingers point forward. Tuck the toes under. Press into the palms to lift yourself up to all fours. And then make your way all the way up to standing. Let's come to the top of the mat. Look down at your feet. See that the big toes or the insides of the feet are parallel. Palms touch at the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge all the way forward. Inhale, fingertips to shins, lengthen through the spine, shoulder blades back. Exhale, fold, option to bend the knees. Press into the feet, rise all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees to dive forward. Inhale, half lift, weight in the toes, head away from hips. Exhale, fold. With bent knees, press into the feet. Draw the navel toward the spine to rise all the way up. Exhale. One more like this. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to dive forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale to the heart. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step back, high plank. Look down again. See that your wrists are beneath your shoulders. Index fingers are parallel, or crease of the wrist is parallel to the top of the mat. Press out through the heels, navel towards spine. Really engage here. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga all the way to the belly. Inhale, reach the heart through, elbows back for cobra. Exhale, make your way back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Shoulders up away from ears. Heels reach back and down toward the mat. Root down to the base of the index finger and thumb. Navel towards spine. Heart presses back toward thighs. Gently draw the heels apart. All of these little cues in down dog help support the integrity of the pose. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees and walk one step at a time all the way up to the hands. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift, shoulder blades back. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet, draw the feet apart to activate the legs as you inhale to reach up. Exhale to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward. Always option to bend the knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step back, high plank. This time, lower down knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, cobra, or upward facing thighs off the floor. Make your way back, downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Press up to the ball of the foot. Heart reaches back toward thigh. Stack the hips, bend the knee. Lift the knee a little higher as you square the shoulders to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, square the hips. Exhale, softly step right foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel, heel to arch alignment. Inhale, rise up, square the hips to the top of the mat for Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Let's take the arms alongside the ears today. Draw the navel toward the spine. Keep pressing down the outer edge of the left foot. Interlace the hands behind the back. Begin to lengthen, open through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, both shoulders inside of the right leg. Draw the right hip back behind you. Shoulder blades come closer together as you lift the knuckles away from the back. Press into the feet. Inhale, Warrior 1. Exhale, touch down. Step the right leg back. Move through your Vinyasa. Option to take Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. Exhale to make your way back to Downward Facing Dog. Big toes touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Press up through the ball of the foot. Shoulders away from ears. Stack the hips, bend the knee. Square the shoulders to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, square the hips. Exhale, softly step left foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel, heel to arch alignment. Inhale, rise up, square the hips to the top of the mat. Sink a little lower into the front leg. Keep rooting down through the outer edge of the right foot. Relax the jaw. Hands behind the back, opposite thumb on top this time as you interlace. Open through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, both shoulders inside left leg. Feel that left hip pull back, lift the shoulders up away from the thigh. Press into the feet. Inhale, rise up, reach the arms up, Warrior 1. Exhale, touch down, step the left leg back, move through your Vinyasa, or just come to Downward Facing Dog. 3 deep breaths in Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, option to bend the knees. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Let's stay here. So again, feel the shoulder blades reach back behind you. You can have a micro bend in the knees here. Navel towards spine. Feel like the crown of the head is lengthening away from the hips. Shoulder blades draw back. You can keep the hands on the hips, or to add a little extra sensation, maybe play with it, reach the arms alongside the ears. Whoop, that mantle right there. Breathe. Keep reaching the fingertips away from the hips if you're lengthening the arms. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Whew. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step or lightly hop back with bent elbows. Lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, elbows back or upward facing. Downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Stack the hips, bend the knee, open. Inhale, lengthen, square the hips. Exhale, softly step the foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel. Inhale, rise up, warrior one, Virabhadrasana one, hips square to the front. Exhale, open out warrior two. So lengthen the stance, back toes are still slightly turned in. Sink into the front knee, knee is above ankle. Hips are square to the left side of the mat. Gaze is over right fingertips. Stick your booty out behind you, and then tilt the tailbone under to lengthen through the back. Draw the navel in. Keep the hips where they are. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left fingertips brush the back leg, right arm over ear. Exhale, right elbow to thigh, left arm over ear. Extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. One more like this. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, press into the front leg. Release the arms. Walk the back foot in a bit so you shorten the stance. Hips are still square to the left side of the mat. Open the arms out, gazes over right middle finger. Inhale. Exhale, lean, reach forward, lean that left hip back without moving the length through the sides of the body. Just pivot at the arm. So as opposed to going like this and collapsing through the side of the body, we're maintaining all of this length. Keep opening that left hip back. You can lift the front toes. To activate the front leg, left fingertips reach up. Press into the feet, reach left arm up to come all the way up, and relax the arms. Hands to the hips, step that left leg forward, and turn the toes a little bit more to the front so that the hips are squaring towards the front. If you have a block, this is a great time to have some support. You can place the block to the outside of your right foot. Right hand comes to the hip. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, cross the body. Bring that left hand to the block, the shin, or maybe if it reaches all the way down to the floor. Feel the right hip pull back in space, and then maybe reach the right arm up to the sky. Keep rooting down to the base of the right big toe and pull that hip back and breathe and and smile. And do whatever you need to do. Revolving triangle. Look down at the floor. Press into the feet. Inhale, hands to hips. Bend into the front knee. Step that left leg back. Windmill the arms, come into warrior two again. And then windmill the arms to bring left hand down, right hand down. Step the right foot back. Move through your vinyasa or just come to downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Stack the hips, bend the knee. Inhale, lengthen, square the hips. Exhale, step the foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel. Inhale, hips square to the front. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open your stance. Virabhadrasana 2. Back toes are still slightly turned in. Sink down. Hips are square to the right side of the mat. Stick your booty up behind you and then tilt it under. Draw the navel in to lengthen. Very nice, everyone. Gaze is over the left middle finger. Shoulders are relaxed. Stay low in the hips. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right fingertips touch the back leg. Exhale, left arm down. Right arm over the ear. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, right arm extends, extended side angle. One more. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, press into the front leg, release the arms. Walk the back foot in a little. Toes are still slightly turned in. Shorter stance for Trikonasana. Hips are square to the right side of the mat. Open through the arms. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward. Right hip comes out. Maintain all of this length through the sides of the body. Turn, pivot through the arms. So as opposed to coming like this and collapsing, I'm maintaining this length. Lift the front toes. Keep opening that right hip up to the sky. Breathe, everyone. Beautiful. Press into the feet. Reach the right fingertips up to come all the way up. And release. Bring that back foot in a little closer. You can turn the hips towards the front of the mat. If you have a block, again, you can place the block to the outer edge of the left foot now. If you don't have a block, you can, of course, bring the hand all the way down if it reaches, or just balance the weight by placing the hand on the shin if that works for you. Left hand to hip. Right arm reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, cross the body. Right hand comes either to the shin, the ankle, or maybe all the way down to the ground. Feel the left hip pull back in space, lengthen through the spine. Maybe the left arm comes up. Keep rooting down through the big toe of the left foot as you pull the left hip back. Inhale, look down. Exhale, press into the feet to come all the way up. Bend the front knees, step the back leg back a little further. Warrior two. Windmill the hands down, step the left leg back, move through your vinyasa. Three deep breaths in downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, roll up onto the balls of the feet. So lift the heels as much as you can. Begin to walk forward on the balls of the feet. We're bringing the weight into the shoulders, so we're activating the strength of the shoulders and also working through the abdominal muscles to keep the heels lifted and the hands flat as we walk the feet in a little closer. Maybe come up even more onto the toes and then release. Bend the knees, take opposite elbows. The feet are about hip distance apart. Big toes are parallel. Gently shake the head, yes and no. Rock the weight a little forward and back, side to side. Deep bend in the knees, release the arms. Press into the feet, begin to roll up the spine, one vertebra at a time. The arms, the head, the neck are all very heavy and relaxed. Head is the very last thing to come up. Let us take a moment in Tadasana. Feel this lift through the entire body. The eyes are closed or the gaze is soft on the floor beneath you someplace. Space between the teeth and the lips. Micro bend in the knees. What is happening inside right now? Just become aware. What passing sensations do I notice? Emotion, physical, mental. Without any judgment. There's nothing to judge, especially because there's a lot of stress release that can occur in our yoga, asana, and meditation practice. Okay, so play with a little bit of balance before we start to come down. We're going to play with Nataraj Asana, dancing Shiva pose. And let's see, I think I'll just show the variation without the strap today. Not that I have a strap, but just please work into the pose wherever you are. We all have different bodies, yes. Some of our bodies will never be able to do certain poses. It's not because we're not athletic enough or inflexible. It's just anatomically, it's not available to us. So just be kind with wherever your body's at today. And I invite you, yoga is yes, it can be used for fitness, and it's very much an amazing way to strengthen the immune system and just create greater health in general. But it's really an opportunity to become aware of the self, to become aware of what's happening inside. Notice how your mind responds to your ability to come into a pose or not. What emotions arise as you move into certain postures. This asana practice is also this way for us to become aware of the self we are beyond all of these experiences. So, here we go. Let's see, maybe I'll turn away from you the first time because it might be a little easier that way. Bring the right arm out to the right, thumb points behind you. Weight is over into the left foot. Bend the right leg, reach the right arm back, and reach for the inside of the foot. So the thumb is on the bottom of the foot here, and it's on the inside of the foot. We're not here. The shoulders rolling back and opening on the inside of the foot. Release the tailbone down, gently engage the navel. Left arm comes up. Maybe take chin mudra, covering the index finger with the thumb. From here, begin to kick the foot into the hand. And maybe that allows you to lean forward. Now, if you can't take a hold of the foot, you can play with just bending the knee and just be here in the pose. This is a great way to start. Otherwise, kick the foot into the hand. The gaze is focused, the drishti is focused on one place on the floor. The breath is full.
When you're ready to come out of the pose, kick the foot strongly into the hand to come all the way up and release. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale. Second side. Sorry, I just realized I'm not vocally mirroring you, but I think you got this. I know you do because you are amazing. Left hand out to the side. Weight is over in the right foot. Thumb points behind you. Bend left knee to reach for the inside of the foot. And again, if you can't take a hold of the foot, you can just hang out playing with this bend. The hand is to the inside of the foot. Thumb is on the top or on the bottom of the foot here. Yes, the sole of the foot. Right arm reaches up. Take chin mudra if you wish. Index finger is covered by thumb. Begin to kick the foot into the hand. Maybe the body weight leans forward as you firmly kick the foot. Gaze is focused, breath is full. When you're ready to come out of the pose, firmly kick the foot into the hand. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale through the mouth. Okay, very good. Let's make our way into downward facing dog. So however you'd like to come into that, but just make your way into downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the knee all the way up to the right wrist. Walk the right foot out so that it's in front of your left hip. Begin to wiggle that left leg back so the hips come closer to the earth. Keep the hips square. If the left hip is lifted, that's okay. You're more than welcome to put a block or a blanket underneath it for support. But allow it to stay lifted as opposed to falling off onto one side. Let's keep the hips square. If this is painful for your knee, you can always come down to the back and take a figure four stretch. Or if you're just taking a break from the knees altogether, just take a resting pose here of your choice. If you'd like, you can begin to walk the hands forward. Maybe use the hands as a pillow. 10 deep breaths into whatever sensation is arising. And I invite you to notice here, how do you meet the pose? Do you meet it with resistance? Is the mind trying to get you away from it? Do some of these blocked emotions in the lower chakras, the lower energetic centers, begin to release? And whatever it is, can you be with it without resisting it and trying to make it go away? One more deep round of breath here. Slowly begin to walk the hands in. Tuck the back toes under, press into the palms, lift the hips, lift the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, take a few rotations through the hip, each direction. Release the right leg down. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bring the knee up to the left wrist. Left foot walks out in front of the right hip.
Wiggle the right leg back, back, back so that the hips come closer to the earth. And again, if this is too much for you, you can just come onto the back and take a figure four, crossing the ankle over the knee, whatever you need. Left hip stays lifted if it is. You can always use some support. Walk forward as you choose. 10 deep rounds of breath. Release any clenching through the jaw and the face. The shoulders. One more deep round of breath here. Slowly walk the hands in. Tuck the right toes under. Lift the left leg, bend the knee. Take a rotation through the hip a couple times in each direction. Release the left leg down. Release the knees to the mat. Let's come all the way onto the back. Head to the top of the mat. Lie down on the back, hug the knees into the chest. And begin to rock a little side to side. Cross the right leg over the left. Take the arms out to a T, or maybe that with bent elbows. Press into the left foot to lift the hips up and over to the right a little bit. Place them back down. Allow the legs to fall over to the left. The right shoulder stays rooted and the gaze is over the right. If this twist is too much for you, you can just stack the knees on top of each other. Breathe. You can explore if this feels better with the knees a little higher up toward your left arm or lower. One more breath here. Use the strength of your core. Come back to center with crossed legs. Uncross the legs. Cross left leg over right. Press into your right foot to lift your hips up and over to the left a little bit. Allow the knees to fall over to the right. The gaze is over the left. Take whatever variation with the legs you did on the other side. Again, you can explore what feels best. Knees higher up towards the right arm or lower. Maybe lift the corners of the mouth. Feel the forehead and the small muscles around the eyes begin to release.
One more breath here. Inhale to come back to center. Uncross the legs. Press into the feet to lift the hips up into neutral. Rock the hips a little side to side. For this last minute, we'll take yogi's choice. So any little bit of movement that your body needs, feel free to take that. Maybe you'd like to take a moment to have an inversion. Maybe you need a forward fold, but we'll just take about 1 minute for any little bit of movement that your body needs. If you're ready to come into Shavasana, you can move into the posture by bringing the legs down the mat. Begin to move into completion with whatever it is that you're doing. Let us slowly release into Shavasana. Take the feet as wide as the edges of the mat. Toes fall out to the sides. Arms alongside the body with some space between the arms and the torso, palms up to the sky. Take a moment to make any last little bit of movement, and then allow the body to just be. Take one more deep conscious breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Let the breath be natural. Let go of the urge to itch or adjust. Start to know yourself as that blue sky that is the witness of all of these temporary experiences. Rather than needing to react to all of the sensations, thoughts, and feelings, know yourself as this eternal nature watching the play of experience.
Become aware of the room around you. Feel the body, the points of contact with the floor beneath you. Feel the whole body breathing. Breathing in prana, life force, through every pore of the body. Slowly move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Stretch. Bend the knees. Make your way onto your right side. Take a moment here. Slowly press into the hands. Come up to a seat with eyes closed. Bring the palms to touch at the heart. We'll close our practice with an offering that says, may all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all be free. Knowing that when we take time to practice, all are benefited from our practice. When we take time to cultivate peace, that peace ripples through creation. The words are Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu 3 times, and then Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Deep breath. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you so much for taking the time to practice with me. Thank you, friends. I send you all of my love and peace and well wishes in the day ahead. May we remember to be kind to ourselves and others, especially in this time, and to keep coming back to our practices that support us in the grace of life in the midst of chaos and crisis. Come back home to center again and again.